Gordon and Paul, thank you so much for that wonderful performance. I think we all need your music so much at a very difficult time for people right now. I should mention that there's a Q&A happening with Gordon and Paul, our guests this evening in the Sound Gallery. If you do have any questions you'd like to ask after that wonderful performance, you can simply type them into the comments section wherever you're streaming us from this evening via YouTube or Facebook. Gordon, I guess for those sort of coming to your music, maybe for the first time tonight, can you tell us your story about your journey to Australia?
That's really very nice. So thank you very much for this question. So my story when I came here, I came in 2014. In the first beginning, we came in 2012. But when we came here, we came for invitation from the community, the Nuer community. They invite us to come and enjoy the music here in Australia and entertain people. And then we came 2012 for 3 months time. When we finish, and then we go back to South Sudan. That time South Sudan was a very peaceful country. There was no war. And then again, when the war has been scaled and when it started from South Sudan, we decided to come here. In Australia, we came in 2014, and then we didn't go back again. This is the way we came. When we came also, we get an invitation also again from Nuer community. They said, in this big crisis they happen in South Sudan, so we need you to come and entertain us because we hear people, they dying always in South Sudan, so we don't need to crying always. We need you to come and entertain us with the song that you think about in peace and in love and unity. And then when I came in 2014, Paul and me, when we came, and then we decided not to go back because the place for war not good for the musician. So we said that we will stay in Australia. And we thank God, we thank government of Australia. They accommodate us and really very warmly welcoming. They know that we are musicians, we don't have any problem with anyone. So even there is a song also on my album, it's coming out now. That song, I said, at the name of it, it said, we don't have a problem with anyone. That song, I composed it here in Australia. So I think coming August, you will get the album, and a song from my all song, you will get it. So this is the way I came, and we came, Paul and me. So I cannot stop there. And if there's another question, welcome. Thank you.
Yes, you were finally granted after 6 years here your permanent residency last year. How did that feel for you?
It was really very difficult. That time when we decided to stay here, our children and also their moms, they are there in Uganda because we put them in Uganda. The situation was typical. We feel sometimes when we try to think about them, it's really typical for 6 years' time before we didn't get our permanent residency. But when we get them, and then we try to be happy because we know that if you get your resident here in Australia, you can go and visit your children if they are in good place where they are, or they can come also. But when we try to be happy, we get another problem. The bushfire has been happened, and again, the coronavirus come up. So it makes us, again, not be happy. We come stressful. So, but we put God from us because God will do something for us, all of us in the world. So this is what we did. Was typical situation.
Well, we do hope that you're going to be reunited with your family back home sometime very soon, Gordon. You did mention coronavirus as well, and there was a song in your set tonight. I noticed a new song called Coronavirus. The lyrics, I feel like, described everyone's feelings about it perfectly. What were they again, Gordon?
Yeah, the coronavirus, I composed this song because it make me also unhappy because when I see 6 years time somebody didn't meet children, it's typical. And again, I get the also bushfire in the country. I see people that are not happy when I hear it in television. They're running from their houses to go to another place, make me unhappy also. And again, when we try to take little of the rest, then the coronavirus come up. That's why I decided to compose a song for the coronavirus. I said the coronavirus is not good. We will defeat it for the wisdom of God. We'll give it to our doctors here in the world, and then I think when God give them His wisdom, and then the coronavirus will be defeated. So this is what I see in my mind, because it's become really typical time, and we locked down for a long time, and also the all businesses not working. Even my music also is not working very good. Like the time we start in 2016 here until now, it's really very typical. That time when we started, it was nice, and again when all this crisis come up, then it locked down everyone. Then it's really very bad time. But we will face it, because we, the people who know that we are in the world for a short time, we will put God in front of us. This is what I see in my mind, and I know everyone will put God there. God will do something to all of us. There will be something good.
And Paul, what about you? Have you been both more creative during this lockdown time? Have you been making more songs, more albums together?
Yes, it's a good question. So for this time, it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, because we got a lot of things here in Australia. As Gordon mentioned it, the time for bushfire, everyone was upset. So and then the time for coronavirus, yeah, it make us stress. But because we know the situation is like that, when you are in the world, there is a lot of difficulty, a lot of diseases. So they have to come, and we have to fight with them. Like I know everyone is in the front line with coronavirus, even though you are in your house. So you need to be aware of coronavirus, how to protect yourself, how to protect people who live with you, even if you have a pet or dog or something. So you have to, to protect them. Yeah, for this time we try to, musicians are different from, because of different talent. But I know all people, they good, but they have a different talent. So the musician, even though the situation is still bad, they still create more song. Like now, I and Gordon sometime we do songs. Gordon is busy in his room. I was busy in my room also. Yeah, so everything is good, because when you are doing some activities, you counseling yourself, and also you want to give message to other people to to comfort them. Yeah, like coronavirus song Gordon made is really good. So because we have to fight, anyone can fight in his own way. So now we still happy, because we know situation everywhere. You have to be happy, and you don't need to stress. So and then let us just see what will come in the world and the changes, because the changes will not inform us, will come anytime. Like coronavirus, they not inform us. So even the change also, coronavirus will go. Yeah. So that is the situation. We still going to do activities to create more song, and to do performance like what we did now. So we still have a string to continue doing more activities about the music. Yeah.
Excellent. That's a very positive outlook you have there. And the new album is called Unity. Gordon, you're a very prolific artist. I think you're up to your 11th album now. There's another album in the works called Community, which you're putting out soon as well. And that's being put out through Music in Exile, which is a fantastic label who, I guess, create space for artists working in culturally and linguistically diverse communities around Australia, and help asylum seekers and migrant Australians release and promote their music. How did you get to work with Joe and Alice, who are behind Music in Exile? How did that relationship start?
Fantastic. So when we sang Asylum, when we came in 2014, and then we sit a little bit in community, and then we decided to, because when you came from where you came from, you need to do the work you used to do before. So Paul and I, we went to where the office of the Asylum Seeker Resource Center is in Dandenong, and then when we went there, we asked them if there is any way to connect ourselves with the communities, other communities, not to be in Nuer alone, and we told them we are a musician. And then they felt happy. They told us, okay, it's really very good. If you are a musician, we have a man. His name, Ariel Broom, and that guy has an organization, his name Grit. That organization, they're supporting the musician. And then we told them, if you call this guy, we can show him, and then he can see our music. And then they called him. There was the woman, her name Shangun. That lady, she's from India, and then she's the one who was, I think, director there. And then she called Ariel Broom. Ariel Broom, when he met us, and then we sit together with him, we show him Tom. Then we play Tom before him, and then he said that is really very good music. And then he took us in another places where we try to perform a little bit for a short of time, a little of time. Then when we perform, then he told us, I am not the right person that will connect you with a Victorian musician, but I will look for you somebody that will do this. But I am happy to promote you a little bit and then to show you people. He did some concerts, and then he talked to the man, his name, Joe Mar. And then Joe Mar, we went together in other places also, and then he see the tomb, and then he said that is really nice music. And then that time also, it's a very typical time also for us, because even me, I don't know how to say a word in English. It's very hard. We're catching up some classes in Dandenong, Office of Asylum Seeker Resource Center, and then we catching up some conversation classes, because also it's very typical when you don't write something down, you don't know how to write the alphabet. It's typical to me, but a little bit for Paul is good, because he start school when we were back home, and then what we share conversations, and then until I say the word in English. Also, I'm sharing them. We're finding the place where we can connect our music with a Victorian musician or the record labels, and then also we're sharing the classes with our colleagues in Asylum Seeker Resource Center in Dandenong. From there, and then we go together with Joe Mar, and then we did a little bit of concerts, and then he told us, I am not the right person that will connect you with a Victorian musician or the record labels, but I will look for you another person that will connect you with the people, will connect you with a lot of festivals, and then also with a lot of performance. And then he talked to Joe Alexander, the Music in Exile, and then he told them there is a guy. His name Gordon Koang and his cousin Paul. They are a musician. They came in 2014. They stay here and they need connection. You need to help them. And then the Joe Alexander say, okay, our record label is good for the asylum seeker, the refugees. So let us try to work with them. If their music is good, and then we will support them. We will take them to everywhere that they will perform, and we will show them the play, and all the musicians, they will know themselves with them. So Joe Alexander come to us where we were in Dupton, and then we share a conversation together, and then we play the tune also, like what we did from the time of Ariel Broom, and then in Jomar, and then we see Joe Alexander is a very good guy, and Alice, they worked together with us in 2016 to 17 to 18, and then on that time we go everywhere. We went to Sydney, Adelaide, and Brisbane. That's why last year we won the MLIVE right in Brisbane. Was a very great full time. We're really very happy. We work together with them. There's a very long connection, but it's really nice.
Let me add a little bit one word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the connection, musician, they are like someone who do something very funny, because when we came here, as Gordon say, we came here in 2014, December. Okay, 2014 in December,
Yes.
we came here. So and then, but we land to Western Australia.
In Perth.
So in first, and then we came here because we have to go wherever the South Sudanese live and Sudanese. So we perform, and then we do a lot of things. So and then the connection, because when we try to connect our music with the other people, we share it. So as Gordon mentioned before, so we were a member of Silam Sika in Dandenong area, their suburb. So and then from there we have some classes, some conversation we did in library. So we are telling people we are musicians. Okay. Sometimes we used to go with we used to take thumb and this drum to Asylum Sika Center. People were very happy. So and then if they have something, and then they call us, and then we share everything with them. So that's why they give them a big idea to connect us with other people. So we get a real room, and we get Joe Ma, and we came to Joseph Alexander. So that is how the musician do the work. But what I like from Australia is very important, because Australia, especially Melbourne, more cultural, is good. So it's easy to involve in activities. So that time, the first time we arrived here, we stress why we have a gift, we have a music, we have everything. How are we going to tell people in Australia we have some talents to share with them? So we stress a little bit, but we take patience until we get a connection with the people. So I really appreciate the Australian and Victoria, because more cultural is different to other country, especially because we went to US, we've been to US, we've been to
Even
Canada, but we get here in Australia more cultural is past. So which make people, everyone involved in activities easier. So I really appreciate. So this is how we get this band. So what we like from Joe and Alice, because they just make us happy, because they bring different people to like band. They give us a band, and that band also we enjoy, because Gordon is know all the beats, he know all the lines of the guitar and whatever. So he got that talent also. He teach them, and they catch up very fast. So now we are very proud with music in Excel, because they show us how they can help someone. Yeah,
It's
thank
a
you.
fantastic thing that they do and that you do as well. And we are running out of time, and we do need to get to some audience questions.
That's true.
I might just ask you a couple of questions, Gordon, that are coming through to us on the screen. Mark says, you make us so happy. Tell us more about your instrument, Gordon, and how long have you been playing it for?
Really very good question. You need me to reply it now?
Yeah, go for
So
it.
really fantastic question from brother Mark. So this instrument is a traditional instrument from my mother tongue, from Nuer, from my tribe. So from long ago in ancient generation, they playing this. And then when it come to me in 1988, this is where I was learning it from my cousin. The man is named Luca, was playing it very well. And then he teach me with it. And then he put my hand like this. When I put my hand there, and then he showed me the case. And then also I put my heart there too, because I have some gift. I thank God for them. When I listen something, I'm not forgetting it. So I put my heart there, hand there. When I put my hand, I play the tune, and then it become a very professional to me. Even my cousin now, I remember him is not still alive, but God taken his life. But now his gift now it remain to me. So really very good. So I played tom for 31 to 32 years, the year we are now. So really, really nice.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, very long.
We've got one more question from Buddha, who says, who would you say influenced your style growing up, Gordon?
Really very nice. So my style going up because I put my mind to sing the song in peace. In the first beginning, when I start this music in 1988, when I learned the song, I decided to go together with choir in church. So we were together with them from 1988 until 1991. So that time I was a very young boy. 1988, I think only 8 years because I was born in 1980. So on that time, I put my mind to be together with choir. And then I played the tom with them until I decided to compose the songs. I composed a song for the gospel. Even now, I have album also will come out here in Australia. Will be the gospel album is coming out. And then also together with community album, they will come together. I think next 2 years time or next year, because this year the unity album will come out. So it's a very long journey. But I love the way that God gave it to me with, because my songs, I am the one who composed them, and I am singing them, and also playing my tom, and Paul playing djembe, the tabla. So it was really nice. And we share the music together with all the bands, the people who need to be learned. So it's really very good because I teach them some lines of my songs, and then when they catch it up very quick, and then it could be nice when we perform from front of people in the festival or everywhere they have occasion. So really very good. This is a way, and what I can tell people is this. We came here for a short time. So we are now, we're very lucky, we will be here for only 100 years or 120 if we're very, very lucky. We need to do the best in this world for the coming generation. Even my tom now, I have a future plan. If God give us a chance to meet together with the time and release this coronavirus, and then we can teach people to know this tom, because I don't need to go with it to another world that people going to later when the time comes. So I need to give it to people, and people will remember me. They will say that there is a man, his name Gordon Koang, that time long ago, and then he played this tom, and as I get it from my cousin, I need to give it to other people too. So this is the one.
Thank you so much, Gordon and Paul. You've been through so much, Gordon, but always remaining so positive and such a beautiful spirit. There's never, any frustration or impatience or anger in your songs, only love and positivity. And it's certainly what everyone needs in their life right now. So I want to thank again our guest this evening, Gordon Koang, and Gordon's cousin, Paul Beale, for a fantastic performance in the Sound Gallery this evening. Big thanks to our team working behind the scenes on these shows as well. We're back again next Wednesday from 7 o'clock. We have Zani Kolak and Anita Quayle from Melbourne Amplified Strings performing for you next week. So I really hope you can join us for that. Have a terrific Wednesday evening, and we'll hopefully catch you again next week. We would like to thank you and everyone involved in this experience. For more on the Sound Gallery sessions, visit monash.edu/MLIVE.